In 2022, I set out on a road trip of a lifetime to try to put myself on the map as an adventure filmmaker. Within 2 days, between May 25th and May 27th, I would encounter my two biggest obstacles, getting life-threatening COVID and smashing my camera.
COVID in a car is not fun, but it's not going to stop me. I'm just going to fight this. I'm going to get back on track, hike mountains, film videos, change my life.
Determined to finish up hiking in Bryce Canyon, I pushed forward with the Queen's Garden Navajo Loop. I decided to do this hike starting on the left going clockwise, saving the switchbacks the most interesting part for the end. Unfortunately, it's very windy out here. Very, very windy. This was the hardest moment of my road trip. I heard my camera hit the ground, I looked back, and a wind gust picked up my 8-pound camera and tripod and smashed it on the ground, with the screen and the front lens being the points of impact. I almost didn't want to look at it. I just wanted to pretend it didn't happen, and I picked it up, and luckily only the front lens filter, which is $100 to replace and a few hours drive, was broken. It's one thing to deal with a major obstacle like this if you're healthy and strong. It's another to deal with this while you're incredibly sick and weak. I was still waiting to find a COVID test. I felt well enough to do this hike, and I really wanted to get out of Bryce Canyon. This was the low of my road trip. Passing through these archways etched into the stone leads to the Queen's Garden, a rock formation that apparently looks like the Queen of England. So I've reached the Queen's Garden. You can see this Queen statue. It's supposed to look like this rock. And if we look up, it's this rock right here, which is a bit of a stretch. I mean, if we're going by these rules, that one there can look like Bart Simpson. Once arriving at this junction, there's two paths, one to the left and one to the right. Both navigate between narrow rock formations. The left goes up Wall Street, which is a section of switchbacks that raises back up to Sunset Point. The right route, which is the one I took, passes two bridges, Thor's Hammer, and switchbacks, also up to Sunset Point. Once arriving on top at Sunset Point, I decided to head over and just take a look at Wall Street from above. I was feeling too weak though to hike down to the bottom. Part of this experience is not just showing off the mountains, but also dealing with the problems like this. What I've decided is I found I can buy a new one of these. I bought two of them just in case. I'm shipping them to Richfield, which is an hour and 45 minutes north of here. So I can go pick it up at an Amazon hub location. It's not the most ideal situation, but it's better than driving back to Salt Lake City, which is whatever, 5 or 6 hours. There's a dog on top of the guy's car. He had a dog in the back of his truck, and one on top of, like right here where the guy would be driving. Like a big black lab or something. I don't understand what's going on here. Why is there a dog on his truck? Over the next few days, I'd recover from my illness in Richfield, then head down and do Big Rock Candy Mountain, which is the next video in queue. From there, I head down to Zion National Park, where I'd be hiking many of the amazing hikes within its big walls. A big thanks to all my Patreon supporters, and I'll see you in the next episode.